One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be free, then let me be free. From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel and a spirit unbroken, he rides onto his ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow, he takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hear his battle cry. Metal and mayhem will never die. Whistlers report he pays his way. Oh, legend in the making, day by day.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Hopefully everyone's enjoying their Topless Taco Tuesday morning so far. Definitely know the hell we are. Great to see everyone in the chat, man. Now, I'm not really sure why it happened again, but right before we started the show, I noticed, let's go ahead and, check the audio like I always do. And for some reason, all the software in the background all changed up. So, I don't know what the deal is. It happened, last week? And I'm not really sure why. It's actually kind of frustrating. So luckily I caught it. My soundboard wasn't working properly. My microphone wasn't working properly. I'm like, man. Anyways, enough bitching. We've got a lot to discuss this morning. As you guys can see, Trump U.S. Canada bridge dispute. Of course, we're going to get into that. I don't actually have all the details on that, in my head. We have all of it actually lined up for you guys. We're going to find out together what's exactly going on there. And then Nancy Guthrie search, as well as ICE hearing, which is happening right now. It's supposed to be happening this very second. And then drug boat survivor. There was a big, another drug boat that was, struck. And I believe that happened yesterday or maybe today. I don't exactly know yet. I'll let you guys know when we go through all the stories here. And there was a survivor there, and it's kind of a brutal ordeal anytime something like that happens. So anyways, the way that we're going to look at this morning is Ghislaine Maxwell invokes Fifth Amendment in House deposition, and I think that we all saw that shit coming.
Bruh.
And I called it out right in the very beginning when she was going to, testify or whatever the case is, or go up and have questions with Congress, and I knew that she was going to invoke the Fifth, and immediately that's what she did right out the gate. And then we have something interesting regarding Snapchat arrest. This is a quote, "These perverts think they can hide behind a screen." And I absolutely agree with this. It says Florida's Attorney General announced an arrest in a criminal scheme involving social media apps like Snapchat to target minors and teens. Now, Discord is also one of those major ones as well. A lot of the social medias, stuff like that, of course, you're going to have a lot of that. But I have noticed, just from reporting and doing what we do here, that Snapchat always seems to be somewhere in the mix when it comes to children and stuff, which is very fucking upsetting, actually. Anyways, we're going to move into something over there in Gainesville, Georgia. Plane makes an emergency landing in Gainesville, Georgia, on Monday, according to police. Authorities say the plane hit several vehicles and minor injuries have been reported. Wow. A lot going on, man. Then we had a school in Maryland yesterday on lockdown after person reported shot. And this was breaking news, 2:15 yesterday. Well, it was actually when it happened. Obviously, it was after we finished our show yesterday morning, so hence why we're covering it. Anyways, then we have Jeffries on looming DHS shutdown, which is the speaker for for the Democrats, proposed SAVE Act voter ID bill. Now, as you guys do know about the SAVE Act, there's things of contention right now, meaning SAVE Act, such as the voter ID bill and all of that stuff, as well as DHS funding to get Homeland Security funding, and the Democrats don't want to fund any Homeland Security at this point, and they've made that wildly clear. And then we have an update on Nancy Guthrie as well on her case. $6 million ransom deadline passes, and the deadline was supposed to be 5 p.m. Monday, so yesterday, obviously. And it says, as a family of the 84-year-old offered to pay $6 million Bitcoin ransom for her safe return, Nancy Guthrie is the mother of NBC's Today show, which is her daughter, by the way. Authorities said they believe, or she had said that on NBC's Today show. Authorities say that believe she was taken against her will from her home in Tucson, which is in Arizona, and was last seen on January 31st. This story is wild. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck happened here. All right, nonetheless, we're going to move on. Police confirm student shoots classmate inside that Maryland high school. Remember, we kind of brought that up here just a couple of minutes ago regarding a school shooting, and we have that all that information for you guys as well. Smuggler survives U.S. drug boat strike, and 2 dead are reported in the Eastern Pacific, and this came out only 3 hours ago. So it did at least get reported today. It may have happened last night or something like that, or early in the morning, but let's see what it says. The U.S. Southern Command says Joint Force Southern Command conducted a lethal kinetic strike on a vessel operated by designated terrorist organizations, killing 2 and leaving a lone survivor. The command says the vessel was traveling along a known narco trafficking route in the Eastern Pacific. The Coast Guard had to activate the search and rescue system to capture the person who survived the strike. Wow. And then we're going to be going into another thing this morning. Trump threatens to block U.S.-Canada bridge opening over compensation. So that's the thing that I have in the title here regarding the whole bridge thing. President Trump is threatening to block the opening of a new bridge connecting the U.S. and Canada. Trump said he would, quote, not allow the opening of the Gordie Howe International Bridge in a post on Truth Social Monday, which was yesterday. Major construction on the bridge is complete and is expected to open this year after a period of testing. Here's what the president wrote on Truth Social, quote, I will not allow this bridge to open until the United States is fully compensated for everything we have given them. And also, importantly, Canada treats the United States with the fairness and respect that we deserve. We will start negotiations immediately. Wow, that's a whole lot of talk right there. Real quick, and last update that we have on Guthrie, and it's actually going to be our last update for the morning, is search for Nancy Guthrie enters day 10, and we have that information for you guys, obviously. All right, so let's go and do our calls to actions, and then we're going to get right into this. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Helps out the show immensely, and it's free to do so. If you guys are on the vertical side, make sure you guys double tap that screen and hit that subscribe button. This is what we do Monday through Friday, and then, of course, Saturday morning for members only. Speaking of members only, please consider becoming a member starting only at $3.99 a month. We're making sure we're not breaking the bank out there with anybody, but check it out. This does allow us to be on these airwaves as well as have these lights on, so I'm very honored of you guys becoming members and staying members. All right, little side note here. We've got my Instagram. I don't know why this keeps doing this. There we go. There's a little software glitch. Follow my Instagram right here at BallValveTV, where I post everything behind the scenes of not only my life, but as well as the show, Millennial Food Time, breaking news, the campaign trail, all of the above. It's a great way to get a hold of me one-on-one. And we have a Discord server for all of you legends. Make sure you guys join up on that. One of the moderators will drop you a link. If not, go into the video description down below, and that's where all of that is. And last but not least, all super chats, super stickers, gifted memberships, and membership signups are, of course, all going to be presented live and shouted out onto the show. But if you guys would like to skip that YouTube 30% brutal cut that they take from your hard-earned cash, we have these platforms right here that you guys can, of course, donate to, and I'll read it out loud just like a super chat. You can interject, get your voices heard, and listen, it's a great way to allow me to have 100% of the proceeds, you know? So I very much appreciate it. All right, so great to see everyone in the chat, by the way. I see you guys. Motobomb Virginia this morning also rated us with Carney's Ride as well. I very much appreciate the coffee crew for the love and support this morning, so thank you for that. We got Naomi in the building as well as Steve Easy. Shout out to my man. We got Crystal. Great to see you as well. American Uncensored, AU in the chat, my man. Good morning. We got Easy Frank as well as Mountain Woman. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Jimmy Mack, of course, my G. Let's see. We're scrolling down. We got TVT in the building as well. Carney in here. Thank you for the raid, kind sir. We got Roger as well. Good morning. And hopefully you're enjoying your Topless Taco Tuesday so far. Definitely know we are. We got Lappy in the building as well. Good morning. And we're trying to go down the line as fast as possible. We got Brother So Loud as well as Grayson. Thank you for hanging out this morning. We got Rabbit of Chaos. Great to see you. And Barbie. Great to see you ladies here. Thank you for hanging out with us. We got Papa Penguin as well. Scrolling as fast as possible, man. Bosnia, great to see you in the chat again. Good morning. Scrolling. There's my man Charles Darwin from Down Under over there in Australia. Good morning. Great to see you. We got Tiffany as well. Good morning. And we're almost caught up. We got Barbie coming in with the 17 months saying, become a member, enjoy Saturday morning chaos. Yes, absolutely. Thank you very much for the 17 freaking months, Barbie. That is awesome. Very much appreciate that. Naomi threw down the Discord link, by the way, if you guys want to join up on that. We've got Virginia Chaos as well. Good morning. Great to see you. Dylan Patterson, you know my man. Shout out to my man. Hopefully you're enjoying the morning. We're almost caught up. We're almost caught up, guys. I apologize. We got Joseph up there in Canada. Great to see you in the chat. Good morning. And let's see. Pablo, my man. Good morning. All right. Thank you all for being here. Let's go ahead and get right into this. We're going to start with Ghislaine Maxwell invokes the Fifth Amendment in House deposition, and I think we all saw that coming. No one's really surprised by that.
We are following.
But we're not going to play this whole thing because this is a long segment. We're not doing that. You guys got already the fact.
Breaking news developments following Ghislaine Maxwell's virtual hearing. And I did want to share this with you right here. This is from Fox News correspondent Chad Pergram saying that Fox is told that Ghislaine Maxwell.
Brother Sterling Wheel, good morning. Great to see you in the chat, my man. All right.
Maxwell has invoked the Fifth during her virtual
Sterling gifting out a membership. Bro, let's go.
Oversight committee about the Epstein files.
Thank you very much for that, Sterling. Not only helping me, but helping someone in the IWF, man.
Was providing that from her cell in Florida. So we did want to share that with you. Meanwhile, we were also hearing from House Oversight Chair James Comer, and we did want to play out his remarks for you right now.
I agree with this, Charles. Don't be a wanker. Simple.
Every American has questions that would be very important in this investigation, and she chose to invoke her Fifth Amendment rights.
Mr. Chairman, clarify what her lawyer said about President Trump and Clinton, and do you think that there's anything more to do with Ghislaine Maxwell now that she pled the Fifth?
Correct me if I'm wrong. Just to be clear, what her attorney said, Maxwell didn't say. Her attorney said that she would answer questions if she were granted clemency by the President Trump, and that she went on to say about Clinton and
but he went on to expand that. The other thing is he pointed out a number of times that she has a habeas corpus petition pending for a new trial and release, and that's why she is not going
What's up, chatting with Stacks? Good morning. Great to see you in the chat this morning.
to answer questions.
Mr. Chairman, I know that those conversations are ongoing. They would like them to be public. Is your understanding still that we're looking at those same February dates and they're going to be private?
Yeah, that's what they agreed to, and they will be public, just like this will be public hopefully very soon. We've released every transcript and every video and audio of
everything? Bruh.
Stop the cap.
Deposition we've done since I've been chairman of the committee.
Mr. Chairman, does the committee have any plans to subpoena Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, given the revelations
We're
about
going to
his
try to get
relationship?
these 5 nailed down. We've got a lot of very important people we're trying to bring in to answer questions. We don't want to do anything to jeopardize the 5 that we have on the book. So
what's up, Alfred Patterson? Good morning. Great to see you in the chat as well.
We'll see what happens here, and we'll move forward.
Do you have concerns
We're
about?
interested in talking to anyone that might have any information that would help us get justice for the survivors. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. On your decision, the disagreement with the Clintons.
We'll take maybe 1 or 2 more questions because we don't need 28 minutes of questioning
About
on
closed
this.
or videotape testimony versus public hearing. Are you concerned this will be enough to restart contempt proceedings, or do you think you'll come to a resolution?
I mean, they said they agreed to a standard deposition. That's what a standard deposition is. Every time I've come out here for a press gaggle with you all, we've had a standard deposition. So this is how depositions work, and it will be made public. So they want a public deposition. This is what they're going to get.
They're going to get it, and her doing absolutely nothing, just sitting there invoked with the fifth. All right, we're going to move on into Snapchat arrest, though. Quote, these perverts think they can hide behind a screen. And I do agree with that sentiment, by the way. So let's go ahead and bring this up. And Snapchat seems to be in the circle of discussion anytime we're talking about, people that touch kids or they're perverts or anything weird like that. It definitely comes out of shit like Snapchat. Believe it or not, even Discord is very fucking, to me, I look at Discord as very degenerate. That's why I don't really participate in much of Discord other than my server. Anyways. See what happens here.
Good morning.
I agree,
Parents
Naomi.
have to wake up. This is
Real quick before he gets into it, we got Rachel Floyd in the chat as well. Got a gift and membership. If you got one this morning, by the way, you had to have got it from this man right here, Sterling Wheel. He gifted out one this morning. So, but thank you for hanging out with us. We got Jack Talcott as well. Great to see you, and much love and blessings to you as well. And happy Topless Taco Tuesday.
another day where we're here to announce a predator that got to a minor, a young girl, and took advantage of her online using social media applications. Parents, wake up.
Yeah, Virginia Chaos. I have a TikTok. I don't use it anymore. I even have a couple of videos that went semi-viral, like, a couple million views or whatever. But I gave up on that fucking app. I've never owned a Snapchat account. I've never actually even made one. So yeah, there's some social medias that I will definitely stay away from.
People at home are preying on your kids. They're soliciting information. They are deviants. They want to do bad things, and you are the first line of defense. So again, I'll say, parents, wake up.
What's up, Grumple? Good morning.
If you do not know what your kids are doing on their cell phones, you better figure it out today. You could stop serious abuse. You could stop molestation. You could stop the solicitation of sexual imagery of little boys and little girls. You could save lives. Today, we're here to announce the arrest of
Stick around and find out.
29-year-old Justin Adkins of West Warwick, Rhode Island. Again, this is happening from other states, parents. People from other states are getting to your kids online and taking advantage of them. It can happen anywhere at any time. Justin Adkins is currently facing charges, 2 child molestation charges in Rhode Island. And here we have taken him down after he developed a relationship.
Good morning, Tommy. Great to see you as well.
With a young girl, a minor, online. They met through the gaming app Fortnite. This is what the icon looks like if you're looking at a cell phone. Fortnite, a gaming application. From there, they moved to Snapchat. That's what the icon looks like if you're looking at a cell phone. We see this time and again. They moved to Snapchat because images and text communications can be erased rather quickly. It's a way to avoid law enforcement. This time it didn't work. We've got thousands and thousands of files associated with this criminal deviance Snapchat account. Hundreds.
Yes, it does, Jack.
And hundreds
Absolutely.
of images of
Baker.
child sex abuse content, including many with this victim. After meeting and talking on Snapchat, he then sent Robux using the app Roblox to give this young girl, lavish goods. He sent her an iPhone because he wanted better content in the imagery. That's how sick this dude was. He purchased her things, sent her a digital currency through the app Roblox. Roblox, the state of Florida, has sued both civilly and criminally. Time and again, we see child abuse happening
Yeah, this kind of topic fucking irks the shit out of me. So what we're going to have to do in order for us to deal with this and get through this, we're going to have a little bit of our counterclockwise tobacco. You know what I mean? That's what we're going to need to get through this shit. Because this shit starts getting me pissed off. All right.
And it originates through relationships on that application. These companies, they're making way too much money, and they're not doing enough to protect our kids. If you've got adults that are able to go on the application anonymously, pretend to be young kids, develop these relationships, send money to kids in exchange for things, and then start soliciting sexual imagery and more, it's wrong. This cannot happen. More security protections need to be put in
Don't worry, Charles. We can use mine.
place. So again, Snapchat and Roblox, parents, go home, look at the phones. If you see these apps, you need to be prepared.
I would say at bare minimum, parents, you do have, control of what your kids do. Okay. I know everyone says, oh, you don't really have control over your kids. Yes, you can be on top of them. You just you can't be lazy about it. Check their fucking phones, check their applications. If they're your child, yeah, they're under 18. Yeah. All that shit that is in your phone, I have the right to fucking absolutely know about. And if I don't want that Snapchat fucking application on your fucking phone, you're not going to have it. Simple. And yes, my child is not going to have no fucking Snapchat.
You need to look at the tools that are available to you to, review and monitor the content on your children's phones. You need to decide, do you even want the child to have this application in the first place? It's dangerous, but you got to wake up. This individual is going to spend a long time here in Florida. We got the #1 in-migration in Florida. We don't want it to be for these reasons, but we'll have him extradited here this week, and hopefully he'll spend the rest of his life in this state. We've got to keep these people off the roads, away from our little boys and girls. I want to thank the people that are here with me
Yeah, that's very true thinking box, by the way.
today. We've got Green Cove Springs Police Chief Sean Hines. They did a tremendous job in this case and many others. He and his whole team have been wonderful when it comes to rule of law and public safety. Here in Clay County, you've got a wonderful sheriff, too. We've got the best sheriffs in the country, and that's why Florida is reaching even further record low crimes. Commissioner Mark Glass from FDLE, we've been on the circuit lately. It's a good day if I'm starting it with him, because that means we're putting more bad guys away. And in Florida, we prosecute.
Real quick, speaking of donations, we've got our man Alfred Patterson coming in on the Cash App for $3 saying, what did you think of the halftime show? Well, I will give you my quick hot take on it. Both of them absolutely reeked and sucked ass. Get better. Both sides of the talent cesspool there, that was miserable. Both sides. They could have both done better. They both sucked. So, anyways, Alfred, I really appreciate the $3 on the Cash App, man.
To the fullest, this case will be no different. If you break the law, we're going to come at you. We're going to throw the book at you, and we're going to make sure we keep you away from our Florida families for as long as possible.
Oh, shit, I missed a Cash App.
Emily Frazier from our statewide prosecution office.
Yo, I am super sorry. That is my apologies. My man, Virginia Chaos, man. Thank you, bro. He sends in $10 on the Cash App and says, few bucks for some tacos. Virginia Chaos, my man, thank you. I'm sure as soon as I went back and I only read that one Snapchat, he's like, oh, fuck, man, he missed my shit, man. No, I got you. At
this point in the prosecution,
thank you, bro.
It's clear that
Seymour.
she's not going to be handing out any plea deals. Again, we're going to be prosecuting to the fullest, ensuring public safety is #1. These perverts, these deviants, they think that the screen, the anonymity will protect them. They think they can do whatever they want and that they're shielded by this technology and that they will get away with it. Not on our watch. We're going to hold them accountable. We're going to put back.
No, Grumple. No, the human being eating it needs to be topless. Yes. Yeah. Anyways, back to this.
bad guys away, and we're going to send a message to these bad guys. If you do this stuff to any Florida resident, we will come after you, and you will spend the rest of your life, hopefully, in our Department of Corrections. Finally, again, to the parents at home, wake up. This is serious. If you don't know what's going on, you better figure it out. You are the first line of defense.
And I agree with this. People need to stop being lazy, and people that go, well, you need to do like governmental restrictions and all this stuff. I'm not even really for that. Okay. I'm not about that. What I am about is parents having full fucking control over what their kids are watching or consuming or any of that shit. But again, you can't just say it one time and then your kid will listen for life. You got to be on top of them. You got to be relentless, checking their phone. You got to be relentless on shit like that and kind of make them, understand that, listen, while they're living under your rules, under your roof, all that information, that's the parents' information. They have full ability to go through your phone, check your shit, ask you questions. Yeah. But you can't be lazy in these things. And unfortunately, that's where a lot of parents find themselves, because they would rather just hand their kid an iPad because their kid is, screaming and crying or whatever the case is. And not even monitor what the fuck they're giving them. So anyways, we're going to move on into a plane makes an emergency landing in Gainesville, Georgia, by the way. And this did happen yesterday for context. So let's go ahead and bring this up. And it is a quick update. It's only a minute and 53 seconds.
We do have some breaking news that I did want to share with you. This is a live look right here from Gainesville, Georgia. As you can,
Frank, to answer the question, I only have one.
Can see that
as of now.
There's a plane in the middle of the road. What we know is this, according to Fox 5 in Atlanta, a single engine plane reportedly made an emergency landing on this road in Gainesville. That's according to police. The plane hit several vehicles and minor injuries have been reported. So we do see the plane there in the middle of the road, and at least one of the vehicles that appears to be being loaded onto a tow truck right there. This emergency.
It doesn't even look like a proper highway, Charles. It looks like just the street.
Landing took place near Browns Bridge Road and Pearl Nicks Parkway. If you're familiar with this area in Gainesville, road closures are currently in effect. We also know that our Fox 5 Atlanta team has a crew on the scene. They are gathering more information, but you can see that this plane is now in the middle of the road, blocked off this portion of the road there, and there are bystanders right there. So we do know that there were reports.
Yeah, that's right, Grumple. Sir, you can't park there. You can't be right there. Just warning you, you can't park there.
Of minor injuries, but it's not clear as to who exactly has been hurt, whether it's the people on the ground in addition to someone in the plane. Those details have not yet been released by police, but we are monitoring that. And of course, you can see that the signal did just.
So they didn't have any more information than just this. A single engine plane reportedly made an emergency landing on a road in Gainesville, Georgia on Monday, according to the police. Authorities say the plane hit several vehicles and minor injuries have been reported. Yeah, as you guys could see from that wing, you can see the right wing over here is broken off because it probably hit a whole bunch of cars or power line. You never know what the fuck it hit. I mean, there's power lines directly above this plane. So that is scary for sure. All right, we're going to move on, though, into the regards of a school shooting that happened over there in Maryland. And we actually have two updates on this for this morning. But before we get into that, man, we got to go ahead and get the money part over with.
Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate some freaking.
True, though. It's very true.
Denied.
But it's okay. I still love you guys. All right, here we go.
All right, welcome back in here too. Live now from Fox, I'm Andy Mack. We're following some breaking news out of Montgomery County, Maryland, as a Maryland high school is on lockdown right now after a shooting that it was happening there. You can see a live picture right now high atop the school. They potentially are zooming away from it for just a little bit, but Montgomery County Police saying there's preliminary information of this time the shooting occurred inside the school.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, Virginia Chaos, what happened there.
Confirmed.
It seemed like they don't even know.
Victim, more information will be released when available. So not exactly where they're going right now, but this happening at the Wooten High School is on lockdown as Thomas S. Wooten High School on lockdown after one person was shot. The Montgomery County Police dispatched to the school around 2:15 on Monday. Reports of shots fired inside the school. At this time, Montgomery County confirmed one person was shot. I'm not exactly what they're doing, if this is a staging area away from the school. Officers at the school, for what they're saying is an active incident. All roads to the school have been closed. Police tell parents to go to Robert Frost Middle School for that reunification. So a very developing story. You can see a staging area for law enforcement potentially gathering some information right now away from the high school. So they did kind of move away from this for the time being, but some road.
Damn. So let me go ahead and see real quick. It says we are hearing preliminary information this Monday as Wooten, I'm thinking that's how you would say that, Wooten High School in Maryland was placed on lockdown after reports that a person was shot inside the school. Officers were called around 2:15 p.m. to the school in Rockville for an initial report of shots fired, according to Montgomery County Police. County Police said all roads to the school would be closed as the investigation is ongoing. As you guys can see, they're closed down. They're closing shit down over here, whatever. Okay, so we have an update on that whole thing, but it's a few stories away from right now because we still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fucking stories to get through, and we're already 32 minutes through, man. Real quick, we got Papa Penguin coming in with the $5 saying for the timeout fund. Yes, sir, appreciate that. Good times, good times. I very much appreciate the $5, man. It goes a long way, Papa. Thank you for that. So, we're going in chronological order here. We've got Jeffries on looming DHS shutdown and proposed SAVE Act voter ID bill. So now, as you guys know, the Democrats are heavily, they don't want to fund any type of homeland security at all. And they also don't want voter ID. So these guys are pretty staunch in their position for that, by the way. And so let's go ahead and bring this up and see what Jeffries has to say on the topic. Here we go.
Of Donald Trump's presidency. But costs haven't gone down in the United States of America. Costs have gone up under failed Republican policies. Housing costs are out of control. Grocery costs are out of control. Healthcare costs are out of control. Utility bills are out of control. And childcare costs are out of control. The affordability crisis in the United States of America is very real. Republicans have failed to lower the high cost of living. And as a result of the Trump tariffs, costs are going up by thousands of dollars per year on everyday Americans. Democrats remain committed to driving down the high cost of living, to fixing our broken healthcare system, and to ensuring that we have immigration enforcement policies in this country that are fair, just, and
human. Oh, Virginia Chaos. For sure we're playing that clip after Jeffrey speaks. For sure.
Republicans have failed America on affordability, on health care, on immigration enforcement, and they have failed to make life better for the American people. Questions?
Questions?
Thank you. It's looking increasingly likely like that.
So his monologue was under a minute and a half of this whole thing. This is a 26-minute ordeal. He had a minute and a half monologue, and he says, questions? Oh, shit, man. All right.
Need to be some sort of short-term stopgap for DHS with the deadline approaching at the end of the week and no agreement in place yet. I'm just curious if there's any chance you would vote for or allow your members to vote for a short-term CR to do a clean extension of DHS just to give more time for negotiations to take place.
ICE is out of control right now. The American people know it, and ICE clearly needs to be reined in. Taxpayer dollars should be used to make life more affordable for everyday Americans, not brutalize and kill American citizens. Our position has been clear. Dramatic changes are needed at the Department of Homeland Security before a DHS funding bill moves forward.
Yo, brother Glare coming in hot with the $4.99, man. I very much appreciate the $5. He says, so if Republicans have failed, what have Democrats done while Republicans have been in charge? What bills have they passed? Well, shit, my man. Great question. Yep, that is a valid question, my man. And thank you for the $5. Thank you for that.
Period. Full stop.
TVT.
Thank you, Mr. Leader. As these negotiations are happening, the Homeland Security Committee will hold an oversight hearing tomorrow where they'll hear from the heads of ICE, CBP, and USCIS. What do you think the heads of these
Hold on, I got a question for this guy.
Why are you gay?
Just asking.
agencies need to say to the American people to, I guess, communicate that they understand the gravity of your demands, the gravity of the moment. You all say that ICE needs to be reined in. You have very, very obvious concerns about what's happening in terms of the president's immigration policies. What do you need to hear from some of his administration officials tomorrow at this hearing to let you know that your message is getting through? At least
Look at the way that Jeffries always sits there and, like, he almost he has his eyes open, maybe 15%. Maybe.
The administration.
Donald Trump and the administration promised that their immigration enforcement policies were going to target violent felons. They lied to the American people. The Trump administration is not targeting violent felons. They're targeting American citizens, communities throughout this country, and law-abiding immigrant families. The American people know that ICE is completely and totally out of control. They've gone too far and need to be reined in. At the hearing this week, Trump administration officials should apologize to the American people for using their taxpayer dollars to unleash wicked brutality on the American people, and in some cases, kill them in cold blood, like Renee Nicole Good and Alex Preddy. The administration also needs to commit to the dramatic changes that Democrats have forcefully put on the table, including but not limited to mandatory body cameras, judicial warrant requirements, no masks, and end to roving patrols that are brutalizing American communities, no racial profiling, no targeting of sensitive locations like schools, hospitals, houses of worship, and polling sites, and independent investigations to ensure that when ICE officials break the law, state and local officials can investigate them and prosecute.
Not yet, Jimmy. I get a little bit of a kick, I get a little bit something out of torturing you guys a little bit,
Anyone who has committed a crime in the United States of America. House and Senate Democrats have clearly transmitted to the American people and clearly transmitted to the White House and our colleagues in the House and the Senate the types of dramatic changes that need to occur.
Brother Glare coming in with the $5 saying this idiot is forgetting that the majority of the voting citizens voted for these policies. I'm tired of both sides pointing the finger. Absolutely. It's a lot easier to point fingers than it is to point thumbs. You know what I mean? Thank you so much for the $5, my man. Let's fucking go.
At the Department of Homeland Security before a funding bill moves forward this Friday, and we're still waiting to hear back from the White House, which shows to me that these extremists aren't serious about getting ICE under control.
Thanks, Mr. Leader. So now that the Epstein files are available at the Department of Justice, unredacted, is there a strategy? Obviously, there are millions of files. Is there any coordination among Democrats for who is looking for what? And are you, or is anyone in leadership going to be taking advantage of that opportunity?
Well, on this matter, where the American people in general and the survivors in particular are seeking full accountability and full transparency, Robert Garcia and the Oversight Democrats, along with Jamie Raskin and the Judiciary Committee Democrats, will continue to take the lead. The lead will also continue to be taken by the Democratic Women's Caucus, led by Teresa Leger Fernandez, who has worked closely with the Epstein survivors throughout this Congress and will continue to do so.
Okay. Nice to get that full of shit ordeal that we just watched. So I think it's only appropriate that Jeffries, you need to embrace your fuck ups, my man.
Don't beat yourself up over past mistakes.
You are going to fuck up again in the future, quite possibly in a most spectacular fashion. Why worry about yesterday's fuck-ups when you have tomorrow's fuck-ups to look forward to? You are a fuck-up, and fucking up is part of your growth process. Embrace the process.
Shit. All right, here we go. We're going into Nancy Guthrie case, or Guthrie, whatever. $6 million ransom deadline passes, and that passed yesterday at 5 p.m. yesterday, which was Monday, is the deadline. So
welcome back to Live Now from Fox. We have an update in the search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie. We have just passed the second deadline that was outlined in the ransom demand in the search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie, the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. We have this from Fox News on X. They say the final deadline in the alleged ransom.
Oh, shit. We'll see on the flip side, Papa. Always appreciate you and your contributions to the channel, my man.
Note related to the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie has passed without any proof of life or resolution. Earlier, Savannah Guthrie pleaded for the public's help in what she called an hour of desperation. Savannah Guthrie putting out a new video just a little while ago before that 5 p.m. deadline passed. That was 5 p.m. Arizona time, about 40 minutes ago. And that is when Savannah posted that video just a few hours before, asking the public to keep their eyes open and report anything they see to police. This alleged ransom letter was sent last week to various media outlets, including
What's up, Johnny Reno? Good morning. Great to see you on this Topless Taco Tuesday.
TMZ. It had a first deadline of Thursday at 5 p.m., which changed the alleged abductor's demands. The second deadline was today, February 9th at 5 p.m. Arizona time, which has now passed. Now, 2 nights ago, Savannah and her siblings, Annie and Cameron, also shared a different video agreeing to pay a $6 million ransom demand, hoping to bring their mother home. And then Savannah posting.
Unfortunately, Steve Easy, yeah. I mean, when you're that old, man, I mean, you're not, these kidnappers or whoever took her, I highly doubt that they like grabbed her blood pressure medication and yeah, fucking right.
A new video today as we approached that deadline at 5 p.m. We want to play that out for you now. This is Savannah Guthrie right before that deadline passed.
Hi there, everybody.
This is her, this is now Susan, her daughter right here speaking out.
I wanted to come on
Savannah.
And just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for all of the prayers.
What's up, GEG? My man.
The love that we have felt, my sister and brother and I, and that our mom has felt. Because we believe that somehow, some way, she is feeling these prayers and that God is lifting her even in this moment and in this darkest place.
Yeah, I think it disconnected because just when you're far enough from your phone, you don't have, it's not going to connect to the phone anymore, right? So I think really what it had to do with the pacemaker is that what it was proving is they ditched her phone and they didn't bring the phone with her, or because it would have been something to track, right?
We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help. Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock trying to bring her home, trying to find her. She was taken and we don't know where. And we need your help. So I'm coming on just to ask you, not just for your prayers, but no matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation, and we need your help.
That was the latest video
Damn.
posted by Savannah Guthrie before the 5 p.m. deadline, which has now passed. That was the second deadline outlined in these alleged ransom notes. And we also have new info from the FBI as well as the Pima County Sheriff. This is from a Fox 10 reporter on X. They say the FBI sending a statement after the deadline for the second alleged ransom note, saying in part, to quote,
This is brutal. Real quick, just want to give a special shout out. We got my man JR Bowling in the chat. Let's fucking go. Alabama's next state senator, by the way. So, Great to see you, my man. Hopefully you're enjoying your topless Taco Tuesday morning so far. Absolutely.
Which the FBI is not aware of any continued communication between the Guthrie family and suspected kidnappers. Also, no suspects or persons of interest identified in the case just yet. And we also have an update from the Pima County Sheriff's Office. They say there are no press briefings scheduled at this time regarding Nancy Guthrie. Should a significant development occur, a press conference will be called and the media will be notified. We will be watching if there is another press conference now that the second deadline has passed. The Pima County Sheriff's Office also saying investigators have not identified any suspects, persons of interest, or vehicles connected to Nancy Guthrie. Anyone who believes they have information that could assist investigators is asked to contact 1-800-CALL-FBI or...
What's up, Fatal Lies? Great to see you in the chat, by the way. Good morning.
Call the Pima County Sheriff's Department on their non-emergency line. And Savannah Guthrie in that video that we just showed you also pleading to the public to share any information they might have that could lead to her mother, who has been missing now for 9 days. So this is a crucial time in this investigation. Again, we have just passed the second deadline that was outlined in that ransom demand. We don't know exactly what that entails, but that was at 5 p.m. Arizona time tonight.
Right, and that was where the deadline was yesterday at 5 p.m. Arizona time. All right, we're going to move on. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4 fucking stories to get through, and we're already at 46 minutes. All right, so anyways, real quick, make sure you guys double tap that screen if you're on the vertical side. Hit that like button if you're on the horizontal. I very much appreciate it. You don't have to like all the craziness that's happening around the world or inside the country here in the United States, but you guys can like it for me and what we do here. So anyways, police confirm students shoots classmate inside Maryland High School. Now this, we did report on the beginning of this whole ordeal, the breaking news of it 2-3 stories ago. Now, this is the latest update on this whole ordeal as of right now.
We are seeing that police press conference in Maryland giving an update on a high school shooting. Let's take you out there live right now.
Where the victim remains in stable condition at this hour. Rockville City Police detectives with our partner agencies are continuing this investigation. This is a very active and ongoing investigation at this time. We're collaborating with the Montgomery County State's Attorney's Office regarding charges that are forthcoming in today's incident. With that, I'll turn it over to Assistant Chief McBain, who will talk more about our coordinated response.
Thank you, Chief. So as the Chief indicated, we responded to Wooten High School this afternoon for a shooting in progress. Montgomery County officers from the 1st District, along with Rockville City Police Department and the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department all responded. Additionally, Montgomery County officers from adjoining districts responded as well when the call went out. Officers began creating incident action teams, immediate action teams, and started pushing their way into the school in an attempt to find the shooter and/or victim. And as Chief West indicated, we located the one victim and extricated him from the school, preparing him for transport to a local area hospital. While that was going on, Montgomery County Police Emergency Services Division.
Real quick before he continues on, because he's going to go on for a minute here, obviously. It says right here, we are getting more information after a shooting inside a Maryland high school today, which was yesterday. Police have confirmed a student was shot. Local police were dispatched to the school at 2:15 p.m. on Monday after reports of shots fired inside the school. According to the police reports, one student was shot during the incident and is in stable condition. That's a fucking awesome W. I'm glad that he's in stable condition. Police have not released any details about the victim or the suspect. It may not come as both are reportedly minors. That makes sense. Officials say they say there is no further threat to public safety, according to our partners at Fox 5 DC. Interesting. I'll let him get his rocks off saying what he needs to say real quick, and then we're gonna swiftly move into. Well, we have a smuggler survives U.S. drug boat strike this morning, and 2 others are dead in the Eastern Pacific. And so we're going to get to that here in a minute.
SWAT team officers were responding to the school, arrived to the school, and began a methodical and slow search of the school for any additional suspects and any other victims in the school. That search took a considerable amount of time, but we worked with our partner agencies. We worked with Montgomery County Public School and their security team, and we effectively and safely cleared the school of any other suspects in the school. We're continuing to search the school. for any additional evidence, and we continue to work this scene with our partners at Rockville City. I want to thank the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department. I believe that we had approximately 7 canine dogs that responded to the school to conduct searches, and it was just an incredible partnership and coordinated effort to keep the students safe and effectively get them out of the school safely and reunited with their parents.
All right.
I'm going to turn it over now to Dr. Thomas Taylor with
I'm sure that there's not going to be much more information that they're going to be able to tell us aside from what we've already heard and what I just read. So we're going to move on. Smuggler survives U.S. drug boat strike. 2 are dead in the Eastern Pacific. Let's go ahead and bring this up, and we will discuss it briefly here. There we go.
We're turning now to some...
All right, real quick before we do, by the way, we haven't done the money part. Fuck.
All right, just get the money part done.
Give me money. Money me. Money now. Me a money needing a lot now.
Very true, though. Those are facts. Here we go.
Breaking news from overnight. Take a look at this. A social media post from U.S. Southern Command talking about their latest operations. In this social media post, they say, quote, on February 9th, at the direction of Southcom Commander General Francis L. Donovan, Joint Task Force Southern Spear conducted a lethal kinetic strike on a vessel operated by designated terrorist organizations. Intelligence confirmed the vessel was transiting along known narco-trafficking routes in the Eastern Pacific and was engaged in narco-trafficking operations. 2 narco-terrorists were killed and 1 survived the strike. Following the engagement, U.S. Southcom immediately notified U.S. Coast Guard to activate the search and rescue system for the survivor, and then they tag the Department of War. I want to bring up to your screen, though, in full the video that accompanied this social media post, so take a look at that.
There it is.
It's similar to some of the videos that we have seen throughout the last several months on similar strikes that the U.S. has conducted when trying to get and capture some of these narco terrorists.
Now, somebody survived this. There was 3 people on this thing. This strike kills 2, and there is 1 survivor from this. Wow.
The Associated Press saying this, that U.S. military forces boarded a sanctioned oil tanker in the Indian Ocean after tracking the ship from the Caribbean Sea as part of an oil quarantine meant to squeeze Venezuela. This is also just more reporting that we are following regarding all of these operations, including the U.S. military. Now, Venezuela has faced U.S. sanctions on its oil and relied on a shadow fleet of falsely flagged tankers to smuggle crude oil into global supply chains. Following the U.S. raid to apprehend then-President Nicolás Maduro in early January, several tankers fled the Venezuelan coast, including the ship that was boarded in the Indian Ocean overnight. So that is more.
Yeah, I don't know how that works, Jimmy Mack. That's actually a very valid question.
Or again,
this would be the first survivor, actually, from all of the ordeals, because there was survivors on one ordeal, and then an hour later they struck them again. So this will be officially the first survivor if they got them.
These operations that are continuing. Later Monday, though, the U.S. military said it had carried out another deadly strike on a vessel accused of trafficking drugs in the Eastern Pacific Ocean. This is specifically tied to the video that you're seeing on your screen. U.S. Southern Command again said the strike killed 2 people while 1 survived. And Southern Command said it had notified the U.S. Coast Guard to activate its search and rescue system for that survivor. The video linked to the post shows a boat moving through the water before exploding in flames. Monday's attack raises the death toll from the Trump administration's strike on alleged drug boats to 130 people. The Trump administration has seized 7 tankers as part of its broader efforts to take control of the South American country's oil. Unlike those previous actions, this latest ship was not formally seized, going back to those other oil tankers that the U.S. is also closely monitoring there. But we just wanted to bring this video that was...
Yeah, I wish that... I hope that they follow up on the 1 survivor later on. You know, of course, if we find it, we're, of course, going to follow that story and report it. So, anyways, moving on, and we've got 2 more stories to get through. This next one is actually fairly quick. It says Trump threatens to block U.S.-Canada bridge opening over compensation. Now, let me go ahead and read this real quick. President Trump is threatening to block the opening of a new bridge connecting the U.S. and Canada. Trump said he would, quote, not allow the opening of the Gordie Howe International Bridge in a post on Truth Social on Monday, which was yesterday. Major construction on the bridge is complete, and it is expected to open this year after a period of testing. Here's what the president wrote on Truth Social, quote, I will not allow this bridge to open until the United States is fully compensated for everything we have given them. And also importantly, Canada treats the United States with the fairness and respect that we deserve. We will start negotiations immediately. All right, let's go ahead and bring this up. And it is a quick segment here. Let's do
Taking
it.
us out to this live image that we have over the city in Detroit, Michigan. That's where we're heading next. From construction setbacks to worker shortages, the Gordie Howe Bridge has faced a lot of obstacles. And now President Trump is threatening to keep the bridge from opening. We're going to be joined now by Fox 2 Detroit's Robin Murdoch, who has more on this story and what President Trump is saying. Robin, good morning.
What's up, Jason Ghost?
Yeah, we're
Good
currently
morning.
standing outside the Gordie Howe International Bridge. You can see it right over my shoulder here. Crews, they are putting the finishing touches on it right now. It is expected to open sometime in 2026. No firm date quite yet. But President Donald
What's up, 5150? Good morning. Great to see you in the chat, and happy Topless Taco Tuesday.
Trump is now threatening to block its opening, saying that the United States deserves to be compensated for this. The president took to Truth Social last night, saying
That's
that
actually a beautiful bridge. Damn.
the United States should own half of the bridge and that negotiations should begin immediately. The president says that the Gordie Howe International
What's up, Rob's neighbor? We got Carrie in the building. Shout out to my man. Good morning.
Bridge is being built with no materials from the U.S., and when complete, it would be owned by Canada. Now, as part of the deal, Canada plans to pay for a majority of the over $4.5 billion bridge through tolls. Again, the president, though, now saying that he will not allow that bridge to open until the United States is fully compensated for everything we have.
No, Carrie. No. There are cases that they have claimed that, but no, it didn't like turn out to be that just happened, by the way, just 3 hours ago. What I just showed, yeah, that only just happened 3 hours ago.
Given them, and that the United States is treated with the fairness and respect it deserves. His post obviously has a lot of people talking around here. Take a listen.
What's up, Creep
It's
Show? Good morning.
understandable that there's going to be some delay with a big infrastructure project, international, and I think
38. Shit, that's got to be fucking Rabbit. My man. Hopefully that is you.
Public's had a lot of patience with this project, but for the president of the United States to suddenly intervene on social media, that is pretty jarring for this community.
Real quick, we got 168 of you guys in here currently. Make sure you guys double tap that screen if you're on the vertical side. Hit that like button if you're on the horizontal. Thank you guys for the engagement. I appreciate it.
Now, construction on the Gordie Howe Bridge actually began back in 2018 during President Trump's first term. Now, U.S. Senator Alyssa Slotkin has released a statement concerning all of this, and she says that Canada is our friend, not our enemy, and that she will do everything she can to get this project back on track. The Canadian Prime Minister has not responded yet.
Oh, shit.
We're live here in Detroit. I'm Robin Murdoch. I'll send it right back to you.
Now, this just happened a couple of hours ago as well.
Robin, always a pleasure to talk to you there. I hope you stay warm over in Detroit, and we'll be checking in with you soon to see how.
Now, the tweet all happened yesterday, but they're reporting it on the mainstream today.
All of this progresses. You take care, Robin. Now, during Robin's report, she did talk a little bit about that post that President Trump issued via Truth Social. I do have it in its entirety, just so I can show to our viewers here what he was saying regarding this entire bridge. So you can see it here. It's quite lengthy, but I'm going to read it to you in full. Saying, quote, "As everyone knows, the country of Canada has treated the United States very unfairly for decades. Now things are turning around for the USA, and fast. But imagine Canada is building a massive bridge between Ontario and Michigan. They own both the Canada and the United States side, and of course, built it with virtually no U.S. content. President Barack Hussein Obama stupidly gave them a waiver so they could get around the Buy American Act and not use any American products, including our steel. Now the Canadian government expects me as president of the United States to permit them to just, quote, take advantage of America. What does the United States of America get? Absolutely nothing. As I mentioned, we will keep you up to date with this progress here, and we're waiting to see what.
Of course, and that's what we're going to do as well. And we're going to get into our last story here. Search for Nancy Guthrie, enters day 10. So let's go ahead and bring this up. This is now today's reporting of Nancy, because the stuff that we were watching about Nancy earlier in this live stream was reports from yesterday, right after the show, and throughout the afternoon. But here is the latest that we've got on it. It's a little bit of a lengthy segment, so we're not going to play the whole thing, of course. We're only going to play actually maybe 4 or 5 minutes of it, maybe 3 or 4 minutes.
Right now, I do want to take you out to this live look that we do have outside of the home of Nancy Guthrie as the search now enters day 10. We're, of course, talking about the mother of Today's Show co-host Savannah Guthrie. Take a look at some of these photos here on your screen as, again, we are now in day 10. The FBI saying it's not aware of any continued contact between the 84-year-old's kidnapper and her family. In a statement released right after the deadline in a ransom note passed on Monday night, the FBI wrote, quote, "The FBI is not aware of any continued communication between the Guthrie family and suspected kidnappers," end quote. Also on Monday night, Savannah Guthrie put out another plea on Instagram saying she believes her mother can feel all of the prayers coming in and is still out there somewhere.
We believe our mom is still out there.
Now, we saw this already, this video. We reported on that already, and that came out yesterday. So we'll skip that.
Yesterday on social media, here's a look at some of the billboards that are now up all across the Tucson area and elsewhere at this point. A close family friend clarifying to Fox News that Nancy Guthrie was reported missing after she was expected at a friend's house to watch a church live stream on February 1st, as she did every Sunday. When she didn't show up, the friend contacted the 84-year-old's daughter, Annie, Savannah's sister, out of concern. 14 hours after Nancy Guthrie was known to have arrived home after dinner, law enforcement then alerted that she was missing. In the meantime, the Pima County, Arizona Sheriff's Office says it is pursuing, quote unquote, new leads in the case, but that still no suspects or persons of interest have been identified.
It's so crazy. We're like one of the most surveilled states ever, aside from like China or whatever the case is. But how can we not figure out something like this? It's mind-blowing to me.
The sheriff adding no press briefings are scheduled in the near future unless there are any sort of significant developments that happen. Now, Mike Harrigan
kidnappee
has more than 30 years of law enforcement experience, including as the chief of the FBI's firearms training program. He, of course, is following this as well and joins us now live to discuss all of the latest. Mike.
That's good news, Steve Easy, by the way. And we're not going to hear too much of what this guy's got to say because I really don't care about speculation. As you guys know, I care about the facts. I don't really give a shit about your speculation. But I'll give this guy a chance to maybe say a couple of things. We'll see what he says.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Oh, thanks for having me, Josh.
Of course. And first off, I want to start by asking you, with your law enforcement experience, we're talking about decades there, explain to me what has kind of stood out to you about this investigation as it's played out over the last 10 days.
Well, it's been
Yes, key fob went down today. For the people that watch from the coffee crew and all of that stuff, there is a guy named Key Fob that he's also a creator on YouTube, whatever the case is. But he unfortunately got into a motorcycle wreck this morning, and it had to do with like a logging truck. I don't know if it pulled out in front of him and he hit the truck or the truck hit. I'm not really sure how that whole thing happened, but he is dinged up quite a bit, and it'll be it's going to be a recovery road. And but yeah, definitely send your prayers out to Key Fob.
Interesting to watch this investigation. You've seen it unfold on national TV. It's been great press coverage here, great publicity, which is key to these kind of cases, is keeping it alive and on the front burner of as many people across the country as possible in the hope of generating new leads and more information. So as we look at this, I mean, you do see a lack of information flowing from law enforcement to the press, to the American public, which to me indicates that they are working extremely hard behind the scenes and that they have a mountain of evidence and a mountain of leads that they're working through right now.
A mountain of evidence. mountain of evidence. They don't have any fucking evidence. They have a whole bunch of, like, you going and obviously surveilling now the property, going through manhole covers on the property and all that shit. But that's not evidence. Evidence of what? We don't know shit. Anyways, we got Danny in the building as well. Good morning to you. Great to see you in the chat, bro. All right, listen, guys. Unfortunately, I wish we had more information on this whole case. Unfortunately, we do not. So today is day 10 of her missing on that. And that does also conclude our morning of reporting this morning. So I very much appreciate every single one of you guys. I hope that you guys all enjoy your Topless Taco Tuesday. Listen, stick around. We're going to be raiding our buddy Chaotic Truth. Let him know we're coming through with the Mike Balls / Insane Wheels raid, whatever you guys want to call the channel. So let them know we're coming through. And listen, I can't thank each and every single one of you guys enough as well for the contributions to the channel, your donations, hitting that like button. Man, that shit goes a fucking super long way. So I'm very appreciative of you guys. And we'll be back tomorrow morning for more of the world's madness. Until then, God bless everyone. We'll see you guys very soon.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burns.